Welcome, fellow freaks, geeks, and nostalgic 90s nerds to my channel, Slime and Slashers, where, yeah, we talk about everything from Nickelodeon slime to horror movie slashers, but plenty of stuff in between. Today's video, however, is my favorite video of all time to film, and that is a book haul, and more specifically, and more excitingly, a vintage horror book haul, plus some book mail unboxing. So the book mail, I don't know what it is, so we'll have to open that first, and then we'll dig into the vintage books. So let's go to this short intro, and when we come back, we can look at all the flippin' books. Welcome back, guys! Let's quickly dive right in because I've got a lot of books to go through with you guys. So just to give you some background, the vintage horror books, this is going to be the first haul of flippin' many because I have a lot of books to show you guys. Because I went insane and bought a shitload of books at this out-of-town bookstore that I went to with my boyfriend Paul when we were on a trip to Florida. And it is my favorite bookstore in the country. It is in Jacksonville, Florida. And I frickin' could not contain myself, and I got 3 huge frickin' boxes of books. So we will get there when we get there. You know, I've kind of felt like I should just treat myself, you know, treat yourself, but treat myself, because I've been a little stressed, well, really a lot stressed lately and a little burnt out. So I said, come on, I need some books. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked about all the things I've found. But first, let's look at the book mail. So I'm going to show you guys, I just opened it. I got some book mail from a wonderful author named Scott Donnelly. You could find him on Instagram, and I was sent Mothman Return to Point Pleasant. I am going to read this as part of my big Mothman reading vlog that I'm going to be doing probably next year. But I'm so excited to have this, and he signed it. It says, "To Kelsi." Very cool. Thank you so much, Scott. This is so awesome. I also have a digital arc of his newer book, Creepy Project, which I'll be reading and reviewing in the next few months. You know, a lot sooner than I'll be reading this, because this I want to wait for the Mothman themed vlog where I'm reading 3 other Mothman books and this Mothman book, and it'll be very thematic because I love the Mothman. Very interesting concept. Alright, and he also sent, which I had no idea he was sending this, of a Mad Brain. And I just read the back of the book, and this one's signed as well, by the way. Yay, so sweet. Thank you, Scott, again. So the back is about this letter.
The first letter seemed harmless enough, possibly even just the result of a mistaken delivery. The second one drew concern, and paired with the unexplained visions of something darkly unsettling, Sam Morris finally caves.
So it talks about how his world is going to get dark and things are going to get mysterious. Very cool. Doll looking hands right here. I like the color scheme as well. Thank you again, Scott. Okay, and next up I was sent 2 packages from some wonderful friends of mine. Like some of my favorite people in the entire world. My friend Heidi, who please check out her Instagram, and also my friend Benjamin. Check out both his YouTube and his Instagram, because his YouTube, he uploads like really cool musical videos where he's like playing piano and stuff that I could never do, and his playing is very beautiful, and I'm very impressed because I could never do that, and he just plays so wonderfully. So anyway, I'm gonna open Benjamin's package first. Thank you so much, Benjamin. So I know a few things that are in here, but he said he sent one thing that's a surprise that he thought I would like. So I know what most of it is, but apparently one thing I don't know. It's a cat postcard, and he's got some glasses on. Benjamin always sends like sweet little notes, and he wraps everything so nicely. He's just the best and the sweetest. So I'm gonna read this real fast. Yay, so sweet. Oh, Benjamin, you're the best. I love you. Cool, oh my gosh. He sent a bookmark for me and for my friend Kat, because we just talked about Let me show you. Pet Cemetery, how sweet is this? Oh, I don't hardly have any bookmarks, guys. That's like the one thing that I don't have a lot of. I have a few, but I don't have any that are like Pet Cemetery ones. So he says one for you and one for Kat. I'm sure Kat will love it, so I'm kind of spoiling the surprise, but yay! One for both of us. I'll have to text Kat after this. This is so cool. Thank you, Benjamin. Oh my gosh. Kat's gonna be ecstatic. Purple and orange. Wonderful color scheme. Orange is one of my favorite colors of all time. First up, I'm super excited. Freaking, this is such a cool Dead Time Stories cover. So I have a few Dead Time Stories, but I think I found a few out of town, but not this one, of course, because I think this is the one. Yeah, I knew Benjamin was sending this. So this is Grandpa's Monster Movies, and it says, "This midnight show is a scream." So I'm very excited to have this. It's hard to find Dead Time Stories out in the wild. I don't have too many of them, to be honest. Then the next one is Horror Show. It's a troll book. It says Murder Comes to Life and Other Stories. And this girl looks a little frightened on the cover. Next up we have Screamers, The Fright Mask, and Other Tales, and Other Stories to Twist Your Mind. Look at this fantastic cover. He's ripping his skin off, and he's a freaking alien underneath. Yes, bitch, yes. So now I remember, this is the one that I didn't know about. I was about to say, I don't remember him showing me this. And actually, look what came inside. I don't know if Benjamin knew this was in there. A cute little cat. And like a bookmark. Anyway, I love this. Oh my god, it's one of the coolest covers ever. And I do not have it. So yes, because when I opened the second package, the purple package, he did tell me about this one. It's like a Star Trek spoof, so it's called Star Trek 3, Time Warped, by Leah Rulunsky. I don't know if I'm saying that right. An unauthorized parody. And you see, there's all kinds of like fun stuff on the cover. Let me show you. Like, see how it looks like the ship, but it's like a saucer, like, you know, for your coffee. or like for your tea in this case as well. So I like that. So yes, thank you so much, Benjamin. Oh my gosh, why do I always hold things upside down? I love them all, especially the little extra you threw in, which I couldn't even remember that this was an extra because I'm just so brain dead, but I should have realized that I've never seen this before. And I'm really excited about this too, because I get to add to my Dead Time Stories, and this one's just cool because, I don't know, faces are coming off. You are the best, Benjamin. Thank you so very much. Alright, next up I have the package from my friend Heidi. You could check her out on Instagram. I will link her page in the description. Please check it out. So there's a little note, and it's Nickelodeon colors. They even say on the bottom, P.S. we thought you'd like the Nickelodeon colors. So Heidi and her daughter Rachel, they're just two flippin' peas in a pod in terms of awesomeness. It's like a pod of awesome, if that makes sense. They're just too sweet and kind and cool, and they like the coolest things. And Heidi is raising her daughter right, because she is just as cool and awesome as her mom. So I think this is just so sweet of them. So they're basically just saying that they're giving me some goodies. They want to say they truly appreciate my friendship. You guys know. They've read one of the books in here and they said it was pretty funny. And look, they signed it so cute. God, that just warms my heart. I don't want to read the whole thing, like, you know, it's private. It's just for me. Oh, cool. Book Lover's Soy Candle. Bookstore. This is neat. Ooh, I really like it. I don't have any book-themed candles in terms of like a bookstore candle. I actually have like a Blockbuster candle and stuff I'm supposed to give away, by the way. I have so many packages to send out to people, to friends, to giveaway winners. I'm so behind on that. But here's the book they said that they read. They said it was a zombie book. Can you survive the zombie apocalypse? Kat's gonna have to fight me for this one. So I know of how to survive a zombie apocalypse, but can you survive a zombie apocalypse? I've never heard of. I believe those are two different books. Well, this is freaking awesome. You guys, so sweet. Look at this cover. So they sent me a bunch of goosebumps. I'm very excited. Oh my god, guys, thank you so much. And there's something more at the bottom here. I will show that in a second, but I am super jazzed about this one. This is number 48. I'm not even sure if I have this one, but this is in great condition, and there is a trading card on the inside. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I love this one. And I've actually never read this one. I haven't read a lot of Goosebumps, to be completely honest, so it is what it is. But yay, I love this. So they also gave me, and I definitely don't have this one, this is number 59, The Haunted School.
They're watching you learn the hard way.
And then here are some newer edition copies. Like, it's not the old 90s original edition, but I really like these two, to be honest with you, and I'd love to start a second set of collection that is like this kind, because I think these are pretty neat in terms of, I like the way the front is like gooey down here. You see how it drips the goo? So, The Werewolf of Fever Swamp, in like a newer edition, Say Cheese and Die, and look how cool this one looks. Love the colors too. Welcome to Camp Nightmare, and The Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Wow, these colors are amazing together. Yeah, I really like these different editions. And a flippin' Rugrats coloring book, which I have been into coloring a lot lately with my gel pens. So this is so cool. Let me find like an awesome, oh my god, this is awesome. Alright, so this is them dressed in hockey gear. And I like hockey. So how cool is that? See Chucky? Let me see. Oh, this is so cool. So it's like Reptar cereal, like the box cover of Reptar cereal. Oh my god, that one's exciting. Here is Tommy and Chucky, like in bed, like in pajamas and stuff. So cute. Here is Chucky with a whole bunch of sayings. Susie and Angelica. I like how there's like a lot of hockey pictures randomly in here, which I am a very big fan of, so that's pretty cool. Phil and Lil fighting over something as usual. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this. I can't wait to color this. It'll be so relaxing. Thank you, Heidi and Rachel. And finally, last thing in here, Whisper of Death, which I believe is a Christopher Pike book I didn't own. So, woo! Now I have it. I could read it. I want to read everything Christopher Pike has ever published because I just love him. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Rachel and Heidi. I love everything so much, and I'm so jazzed. I can't wait to color. That'll be so relaxing. That'll really get me at ease. And the candle, I'm going to light it while I like chill out and stuff. So thank you to Scott Donnelly. Thank you to Benjamin. Thank you to Heidi and Rachel again. These packages are wonderful. And without further ado, let's get into the vintage horror. First up, The Everlasting, published by Pocket. This is by Leonard Bishop. And just let's take a close look really quick. We've got this skull with like this flowing hair, and the hair is strangling this dude. Let me out of your hair!
Beyond life, beyond death, evil lives forever.
This was originally published in 1982. This pocket edition was published in 1984. Before I go, a spellbinding novel of sexual possession, says the tagline. And it is embossed here. And yeah, very happy. Next up, a book by Melanie Tem. This is The Wilding.
They are a family of women, rage and hunger. The changing drives them into the streets, into the canyons, into their destiny.
This is a Del Abyss book. You could see the ribs here. Pretty darn cool. And this was published in 1992. Look at this one! Look at it! How can you not look at it? It's staring right at you, right in your flippin' eyes. It's making eye contact and having a death stare contest with you. Alright, so this is Second Sight by Cecilia Bartholomew.
When you're beautiful and blind, there is a terror worse than the darkness. Second Sight.
I just love the doll on the cover. The doll's like crying. Really cool. This one is published by Berkeley, and it was published originally in 1981, this edition. Here we have the Supernatural by John G. Jones, and there is a step back. So this is like bent blinds, and if you open it up, it's like a woman, and it's all messed up, but actually I don't know if it's a woman, but it's all like distorted, and there are lines almost like it's shadows of the blinds. It's hard to see. You will never forget. This was published by Tudor. Next up we have the Monastery by J.N. Williamson. Hoot hoot, bitch! Hoot! Evil owl, I guess. Haunted church looking, well, I guess a haunted monastery, whatever.
You may enter, but you may not leave the monastery.
Published by Zebra, of course. Lots of absurd Zebra premises and covers. I love that. This was first printed in July of 1992. This I picked up just because the edition was very interesting. This is in Star, which it's kind of cool. It's got this guy on the cover who's almost kind of going through a metamorphosis of sorts, if I could speak. And also you could see the metamorphosis continues, like, so he's getting a little unnatural looking here, but if we follow the book around, you could see he starts off rather normal here, but things go bad quite quickly when you turn it around. So I thought this was neat. This was published in 1977, first published in 1976, but this edition, 1977, very cool. Kind of, you can't tell, but it's kind of shiny, the title text. Next up, we have The Djinn, I believe that's how you say it, I think the D is silent, by Graham Masterton. This is not a first printing, this is a second printing, but I just wanted to pick it up because I've actually not seen this in bookstores when I've been looking. I've been specifically looking for this book because I recall Will Erickson said it was one of his favorite Graham Masterton books, and the original copyright of this book is 1977, so one day maybe I'll find like a first printing of the first edition, but I'm just happy to have found this one because, like I said, I heard it was good. I definitely want to read it. I'd like to read most of Graham Masterton's books, and speaking of that, let's go through some more Masterton books because I found more than one. Here we have Night Plague.
For generations, the Night Warriors have used their awesome powers to defend humanity from evil, entering men's dreams to change the shape of walking reality.
Waking reality.
Now, 5 modern Night Warriors face their most terrifying enemy. Witch and mistress of Satan, she is Isabel Godi. Entombed for 3 centuries, her powers have grown stronger. Now her evil influence seeps through the earth, carrying the seeds of the Night Plague, a disease which twists men's souls into madness.
Look at this creepy blindfolded person here. This was published by Tor, as you could see. There's the hint there, the Tor logo. And this was published in 1991. More Graham Masterton. This is Death Dream. I already have Death Trance, which I believe it's part of like this Death series of books that he wrote. This cover looks more sci-fi, but it is technically labeled as horror, but even if it wasn't, I probably would have picked it up because I knew I had Death Trance back at home. So yeah, pretty cool. These people look like robots, or they're in crazy armor, very futuristic looking. Look at this wonderful font and text and colors. I like it a lot. And then we've got this flippin' demon looking creature at the top, glaring out at us. What are you looking at, bitch? Also published by Tor. A young adult book, Someone at the Door, and this is by Richie Tankersley Kuzik. I'm so happy to have found it. There is a little tiny tear here, but otherwise it looks okay, and there's some creases, but I'm just happy to own it because I definitely want to read it. This, like I said, it's a YA book. It is a first printing from 1994. I'm very happy about it. This is a cover I thought was so cool. We've got a snowman, and then you could see a dude kind of peeking out of half the melted face.
It's murder outside.
back to the adult vintage horror books. So here we have Tombly's Walk by Crossland Brown. This was published by Avon. And we could see this house in the background and these set of claws raking across the cover with some blood. From the back of the book, this seems like a werewolf book.
Billy Ed's body was found soon after, ripped to pieces by a savage wolf-like creature that walked on two legs. Dory survived the brutal attack, but she has been changed into something horribly, inexplicably different.
A werewolf, perhaps? First printing from 1991. I really, really like this one. You could see like a skeletal hand, but for some reason the fingertips, except for the thumb, are all like still there. Real looking actual fingers instead of just a bone. So we've got a drop of blood. This is
Gift of Evil.
And it was published by Bantam Books, and it says on the back, Maddie has always been afraid.
All Maddie's dreams are coming true. Fame, fortune, love, and death.
It says it's by Elizabeth Kane Buscelli, and this was published in 1983. Got a haunted looking nun. She looks demonic as hell. Kind of like a church here on fire. This is embossed. Very nice texture. It is Earthblood by James Kisner, and it says,
Terror awaits those who dare to trespass here.
And I really like this cover a lot. This is by Zebra, as you can tell here, and here. Spine's rather nice, not too many creases. I hardly have books like this that don't have creases, but hey, I take what I can get because I want to read all of these and I just love having these in my collection. This was published in 1990, so a 90s horror. Next up, we have The Playground by T.M. Wright, and I have hauled this before because this is another copy that I bought for myself, because this one is insanely better than my other copy. Look at this wonderful step-back art. That's what you want to buy it for. My other one has like tape on it, so I was so happy to find this in pretty nice condition. Look at this. Playground, swings, and demon creature with the kid in his eyeball. Whatever. And then floating here on the swing is the kid and his ghostly hands and feet. So this is by, like I said, T.M. Wright. This was published by Tor. You could see the old school Tor logo, and it's Tor Occult, it says here on the spine. And this was published originally in 1982, and I'm so happy to have a nicer copy than the one I already had. So that one will find their home. I'll either send it to a friend or we'll see. Alright, let's look at some quick YA horror real fast, including Fear Street. So let's go through the Fear Street first. Most of these are not first printings, like they don't have the embossed font on the front, but I wanted to snag them because I don't have these Fear Street books and they are vintage covers, so I was just like, I'm gonna get them anyway. So this one is a first printing. This is What Holly Heard.
What did you say?
She heard something. And on the back it says, do you want to hear a secret? Is it a deadly secret? I bet it is. Anyway, this is awesome. Very excited about it. This was published in 1996. Again, it's always nice to find Fear Street. Very hard to find in the wild. I hardly ever find Fear Street in the wild. Alright, so this one I got. The rest are not first printings, like I said. So this next one is The Knife. In this hospital, people are dying to get out because someone's killing them. See the scalpel, and it's got a little glint in the light. Yeah, very happy about this. The Stepsister 2. Good Night Kiss 2. This is a super chiller, as you can see here. I like this bat just chilling.
Yo, what's up?
I'm gonna bite you. Another Richie Tankersley Kuzik book. I'm really excited about this one. I've never seen this one out in the wild. This is The Locker. Is someone reaching for help from the grave? And the cool part is the step back. So here's a locker with a cool hand. Open it up. Hell yeah, bitch. Hell yeah. And look, you could see some cool books there. This is a Scream book. There's more than one. I think this is number 3. It says on the inside, wanted to rent.
He wanted more than just a room. He wanted her life.
So yeah, he looks sinister there with his rope. Alright, next up, about the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next 10 are my favorite of this particular part of the haul. Again, I'm gonna have to do multiple hauls. I've got some young adult stuff, I've got some middle grade stuff left, I've got more vintage adult horror as well. I've got everything left. Boxes and boxes and boxes. So I went crazy, as I said. I've got lots more after this haul is done. So stay tuned. These hauls will be peppered throughout the next few months, I should say. I can't even speak. Alright, first up in this last 10 is a book I really like, and I don't know why. I think it's the color scheme, the blue kind of melding into the light purple. Just really, really marvelous. Nice effect of light coming upwards out of this well, and this creature, very menacing. And this was published by Bantam Books, and it says here on the front, this cool little tagline,
The siren call of the one from below, an irresistible appeal from the depths of the well.
So obviously we've got a creature coming up from a well. This was published in 1991, and this is right up my alley. And actually the cover art is attributed, which isn't always the case. The cover art is by Jim Thiesou. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Thieseu. Well, you did a great job. I love this cover so much. Wonderful cover. Next up, Mannequin by Robert Brine, and I like this because there's a skull in the cover. You would think it's by Zebra, but it's published by Pinnacle, and it's fantastic. There should be a image here, and there is, but you can hardly tell there is. But yes, it's there, which Pinnacle does a lot. Zebra does too sometimes. So this was first published in 1989. Actually, first published in 1988. This edition's from 1989. The colors. The test tubes with the bubbles. I like everything about it. Next up, Time Double. And I like this one because of this beast-like creature that takes up most of the cover. Look at this wonderful color here, this pinkish hue that is seeping through this monster, and his eyes are glowing, and yes, and in the monster's mouth, or the beast's mouth, you could see a little house set back here. There's a stormy night going on, creepy trees. I love this cover.
Nightmares are terrifying, especially when they're not your own.
This is by Dick Barrett, and this was published by Lynx Books, which I don't know if I've heard of before. Or if I have heard of them, I don't remember. Which I might have on someone else's channel, have possibly heard of it before. So this was published in 1989, and yeah, it's badass. You know it's badass. Come on. It's marvelous.
All kids dream. All kids have nightmares. Sean's were different.
Next up is Hellstorm by J.N. Williamson. J.N. Williamson has some amazing covers on his books. This was published by Dell, but let's look in the light. I'm going to reflect the light because you got to see all the embossed details of this demon-like monster creature here with the red eyes. So if you just look at it this way, the light doesn't catch it, so it looks like nothing. But then that way, you could kind of see it a little bit. So there you go.
After 5 centuries, the demonic Book of Might has resurrected. Now all hell is about to break loose on Earth.
This seems marvelous. I can't wait to read this. Alright, this was published in 1991. Originally published in 1990, I think. And yes, it just sounds very good. As I said, published by Dell. Next up is a book that should be fairly obvious to why I wanted to get it. This is Halloween, and come on, look at the cover with this pumpkin. I had to get it. So there's a fence here. Again, it's embossed, so you can't see it too well, but there it is in the light. Yes, look at the pumpkin. Doesn't this make you want it to be fall? I can't wait to read this. It'd be wonderful if I could read it this fall, but we don't know. I don't know if I'll have time or not. So the back of the book says,
On Halloween night, 2 buddies decided to play a cruel trick on the class brain, but the joke was on them. They only wanted to scare their enemy to death, but their prank went awry, and one of their friends ended up dead, her body ripped to pieces. Soon, 7 teenagers were frantically fighting to save themselves from unthinkable, gruesome ends. But something born in the pits of hell was after them, and they had no hope of escape.
Hell yeah. Sign me up. This was published by BMI, which is an imprint of Leisure. There is some water damage here on the pages, but I'm okay with that. I'm just happy to have found this. I haven't seen it at other bookstores, so that's why I snagged it. Originally published in 1992. Next up, Devotion by Daniel Westerly. And yeah, this cover is badass as hell.
Endless love. Evil love.
This was published by Pocket. And it's incredible. It's incredible. Freaking Ghost Bride. Creepy eyes. Staring at you. Boring into your soul. This was first published in 1987. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Very excited about this one because there's a skull on a palette of paint. Like, come on. This is incredible. I love this. I can't even tell you how much I love it. That's why I saved it for close to last. And the red paint is dripping, and here it looks like blood, not paint. Woo! I don't know, I like it. I really like it a lot. This is Cold Eye by Giles Blunt.
Life and death imitate art in a macabre masterpiece of terror.
So good. So amazing. This was published by Avon, and the back of the book is bonkers. I just read it, by the way. It says something about this painter named Nicholas Hood. He was snubbed by art critics and collectors alike. His paintings were unique, depicting death, and it was set against, serene backgrounds. But it also says that while he was thinking of suicide because, he wasn't liked by any critics, he met this dwarf with bizarre powers. The strange little man pointed Hood towards grisly scenes of urban horror. Hood is the painter, by the way, offering the tortured painter gruesome inspiration for his nightmare visions, promising Hood undreamed of wealth and success at the terrifying price of his sanity and his soul. So it's like kind of selling your soul type of deal to have some talent. Sounds like fun. Published in 1990. I love the cover so much. Alright, we're getting near the end here. This cover I freaking love, not only because it's amazingly unique, as you can see. I have never seen this anywhere out in the wild, but also the premise sounds incredible. So the premise surrounds this carnival geek, and I will explain what a carnival geek is. It's basically someone who rips the heads off of chickens and animals, like he bites off the heads of them, and they're known as geeks in the carny world. So this is The Demon by Jeffrey Saget, and this was published by Bantam Books. And I will tell you the date in a bit, but I'm going to read you the back of the book.
Horror in the flesh. Someone new has moved into the quiet little town of Bexhill, New York. His name is Vernon Sweet, and he is an ex-sideshow geek. Once he was known to the carnival crowds as Groggo the Goblin, but here he is, only a joke, a freak, a hideous obscenity, living with his mysterious guardian in a dilapidated house on the outskirts of town. Vernon Sweet is an abomination of nature. Still, there is something irresistible about him. He has an aura, a strange charisma that seems to suck you in. No one can explain the shocking series of murders or the bizarre visions that now haunt the dark woods surrounding the town. But one thing is certain, an unspeakable evil has found its way to Bexhill, and it has taken the most horrifying form of all.
Yes, and look at it. It's in pretty darn good shape. This was originally published in 1991. And the cover art is by Steve Assel, A-S-S-E-L. You did a great job with this cover art, Steve. It's incredible. I like how I'm talking to him as if he's watching. Yeah, Steve. He might not be around, I don't know, but that is one cool cover. I'm pretty damn stoked. I've been looking for this book forever. This is Dead to the World. Again, another badass cover from J.N. Williamson. I said it before, and I will repeat it again. And I've said it in previous videos, not just this video. J.N. Williamson, his books are just incredible, amazing, over the top. They're always good. This was published by Leisure. But look at the back. You get to see the skeleton jogging again. So yes, it's a skeleton jogging in a jogging suit. I'm sure that has nothing to do with the plot, but I don't care.
alive with evil, dead to the world.
So the tagline goes with the title just perfectly. I love some of these old school taglines. And it was originally published in 1988. Oh, it's so good. Let's look at the skeleton one more time. Run, bitch! Run, skeleton, run! Instead of Forrest. Like Forrest Gump. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so happy. Alright, last, and there's no way this could be least, so we will look at why. This is not last but least. It's last but not least because the Flippin' Step Back cover art is more than incredible. It's marvelous. It's macabre as hell. Like, it's incredible. You have to see it. This was published by Berkeley, and let's just take a look at the cover before I show you the inside. You wouldn't think there's much to this. This is Savage by Paul Borston, I think. So yeah, kind of standard. What does the tagline say?
She waits, he strikes, and the horror begins.
So just a garden, this lady chilling in a garden. Seems alright. Well, brace yourselves. Hold on to your butts. Okay. I know you can't see it too good. Let it focus. There we are. Alright. He's holding her decapitated head! Yes, bitch, yes. The blood. So graphic, oh my god. And it's in pretty damn good shape, if you ask me. So, yeah, this is my favorite of this part of the haul. I'm gonna have other favorites and other little mini parts of the haul, but very close second favorite, Dead to the World, because I knew about this and was actively looking for this for quite a while. In fact, when I went to this bookstore last time, they had this, but it was ripped up. Like, the skeleton was messed up, or there was a sticker on him or something. So to find one without a sticker, in relatively okay shape in terms of the cover, not so much the spine, but if I were to put it on my little, I've got a spinny thing that I could show off my covers over there. I could put this on there and always see the cover. So I'm excited that that one's in good shape because I've been looking. But this one, I have seen it before, but nothing that I actively remember. And so when I looked at it in the bookstore and I opened it up and I was like, oh, I need this right away. Like, I put it in my basket so fast. Alright guys, that's it. That's the haul. Thank you once again to Heidi and Rachel. Thank you to Benjamin. And thank you to Scott. I really appreciate those packages. You guys did not have to do that. Whoever ends up sending me packages, it's not expected, but it's always appreciated and it always warms my heart, and I like don't feel like I deserve it at all. But thank you so very much. Like, Heidi and Rachel, oh, I love everything you sent. I can't wait to color the book. Benjamin, the bookmarks are just too much, and the flippin' awesome freaking alien ripping off like the human's freaking face. Hell yeah, I love it so much. Screamers! Of course, I always keep cards people send me, so I will keep Heidi and Rachel's card, I will keep Benjamin's card. Look at this cat, how could you throw him away? Never! And he wrote a little smiley on the back, by the way, my friend Benjamin. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this haul. Have you read any of the books I showed, even though I know a lot of them are old school books? And if you vintage horror readers out there, shout it out below if you happen somehow to have read any of these. Which one should I dig into first if I'm going into these? Which premise sound most appealing to you? Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, that helps with the analytics. And please subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video or a haul, because again, just to remind you guys, tons more hauls will be coming up in the future, so brace yourselves. It's gonna be a fun ride, I think, in terms of haul footage and haul videos. It'll be great. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. For this time, that's it for me. Till next time, you guys know what you can do. I say it in every video. Keep on killing it. Thank you again. Bye guys.